Welcome to Luxury Lies and Revenge. Where secrets don't stay buried, they go viral. Where cheaters become headlines. And the quiet ones turn into legends. Today's story isn't just about love lost. It's about a woman who made betrayal a trend worldwide. My name is Emily Harper. Please like and subscribe to notify you for more videos. Let me tell you my story of betrayal, revenge, and the cold justice I served. It all started on the worst day of my life. I stood frozen in the doorway of our cozy apartment, my heart pounding like a drum in my chest. There was my fiancé, Mark Thompson, tangled in our bed sheets with my best friend, Kayla Reed. Their laughter stopped dead when they saw me. Mark's face turned white as a ghost, and Kayla scrambled to cover herself, her eyes wide with panic. "Emily. It's not what it looks like." Mark stammered, jumping up, his pants still around his ankles. But I saw everything, the lipstick on his neck, the rumpled pillows from our morning together just hours ago. My world shattered. I had trusted them with my life, planned our wedding for next month, and shared secrets with Kayla since we were kids. Tears burned my eyes, but rage boiled inside me hotter than anything. "How could you?" I screamed, my voice breaking. Kayla whispered, "Emily, please." But I threw my engagement ring at Mark's head, hitting him square in the forehead. It drew blood. I grabbed my keys and ran out, slamming the door so hard the frame shook. My hands trembled on the steering wheel as I drove away, vowing revenge. But as I glanced in the rearview mirror, I saw Mark chasing after me barefoot. What if he caught up? I sped through the rainy streets, tears blurring my vision, my phone buzzing nonstop with Mark's calls. I pulled into a coffee shop parking lot, gasping for air. That's when I noticed the small velvet box in my purse, the ring I'd returned to him earlier, but it must have fallen back in during the chaos. Inside was not just the diamond, but a tiny USB drive I didn't recognize. Heart racing, I plugged it into my phone. Videos popped up, Mark and Kayla, not just today, but for months, in our bed, on vacations I thought were just for us. One clip showed them laughing about my trust issues, planning to dump me after the wedding for my savings. My stomach churned with hurt, they'd stolen my money plans, too. I felt like a fool, emotionally abused for so long. Wiping my eyes, I saved the files. This was proof. But then my phone rang, "Kayla. Emily, come back. We can talk." Her voice was sweet poison. I hung up, fists clenched. I needed a plan, something firm, not cruel. As I started the car, a text from Mark, "I know where you are. Meet me now or else." Or else what? My hand shook. What secrets did they have on me? I ditched my phone in a dumpster and drove to my sister's house, Mia, who lived across town. She hugged me tight as I spilled everything, sobbing on her couch. "Those snakes," Mia said, her eyes flashing anger. We watched the USB videos together. In one, Mark bragged to Kayla about faking his job promotion to get my family's inheritance. He wasn't even employed, he'd been living off me for a year. My hurt turned to fire. Mia grabbed her laptop. "Let's expose them." But as we searched Mark's name online, a shocking reveal, he had a secret bank account with $50,000 of my savings transferred out last week. High stakes now, I could lose everything. I called my bank from Mia's phone, freezing the account just in time. "You're a genius," Mia cheered. But then her doorbell rang. Through the peephole, it was a delivery man with flowers from Mark, addressed to me with a note, "Forgive me, or I'll tell your boss about your mistakes at work." Blackmail? My job was on the line. I crumpled the note, heart pounding. What mistakes did he mean? I had to confront him smartly. As night fell, Mia and I plotted our first move. But a car idled outside. Were they watching? Hiding in Mia's basement, I texted Mark from a burner phone, "Meet me at the park at midnight." Alone. My voice shook as I said it aloud to Mia. We set up a hidden camera in the trees, my hand steady now with purpose. At midnight, I waited on the bench, rain soaking my coat. Mark arrived, smirking. Emily, baby, let's fix this. I stood tall. You stole my money, lied about your job. I have proof. His smirk faded. You don't know the half. He pulled out photos, me at a wild college party, drunk and foolish, that could ruin my teaching job. Delete the videos, or these go to your school. Emotional blackmail hit hard. I'd trusted him with those old pics. Hurt surged, but I stayed firm. You're done, I said, pressing record on my watch. He lunged for my phone, but I dodged, running. Mia's car lights flashed, escape. Back home, we reviewed the footage, Mark confessing to the theft on tape. Payoff, solid evidence. But as we cheered, my real phone buzzed from the dumpster, Kayla's voicemail. Emily, Mark's not the only one with secrets. Meet me tomorrow, or I'll expose your family shame. What shame? Tension built, dawn broke, and I had to face her. I met Kayla at our old cafe, heart heavy with betrayal. She sipped coffee, looking smug. Emily, Mark's a jerk, but I love him. Join us? I laughed bitterly. Never. Then the twist, she slid over a folder, documents showing my dad's old DUI from 10 years ago, hidden to protect his law firm. Mark and I dug this up. Pay us $20,000, or it goes public. My family's reputation, my hurt childhood memories flooded back, Dad's abuse to hide his pain. Stakes skyrocketed. I felt emotionally crushed, but stood firm. This ends now. I secretly recorded her threats. She grabbed my arm. You'll regret this. I yanked free, leaving. At Mia's, we added the audio to our file. Payoff, more proof for justice. But scrolling through her social media reveals, Kayla was pregnant, Mark's baby. 6 months along, hidden from me. Shock hit like a truck. My best friend, carrying my betrayer's child. Tears fell, but revenge hardened me. I called a lawyer friend, Alex, anonymously. File for theft charges quietly. As I hung up, a knock, Mia handed me mail from Mark, ultrasound pics with a note, our family now. Yours is next to fall. War declared. What would I do with this baby bombshell? With the pregnancy reveal burning in my mind, I drove to Alex's office, files in hand. This is airtight, he said, eyes wide at the videos and threats. Checking public records, Mark owned a side business, selling fake IDs, using my address. He'd dragged me into crime without knowing. High stakes, I could be arrested, too. Hurt deepened, he'd abused my trust legally. Sue for everything, I demanded firmly. Alex nodded. But as we talked, my burner buzzed, unknown number, Emily, run. They're coming for you. Panic. I raced out, spotting a black car tailing me. I swerved into traffic, losing them at a light. Safe at Mia's, payoff, Alex filed the first papers, restraining order granted instantly. Justice felt sweet. But then Kayla texted a photo, my wedding dress, slashed to bits in her hands. This is just the start. Emotional wound reopened. I cried, then rallied. Mia and I hacked Mark's email, with Alex's legal okay, reveal, emails to a hitman? No, worse, a PI hired to stalk me. The PI's last report said, target alone tonight. Tonight? Where was I safest? Barricaded in Mia's attic, I watched the street through binoculars. Midnight passed, no PI. Relief washed over, but sleep evaded. Dawn brought a news alert on my laptop, Mark was arrested for fake IDs, and my name was cleared fast by Alex. Payoff, front page vindication. But hurt lingered, friends texted support, calling Kayla a snake. Then my door rattled. Not PI, Mom. She burst in, tears streaming. Emily, I saw the news. But I knew about Mark's lies. Reveal, Mom had suspected, even loaned him money secretly to test him, but he stole it. Family betrayal stabbed deep, emotional abuse from all sides. Why didn't you tell me? I yelled. she sobbed, to protect you. Stakes rose, Mom's savings gone too. I hugged her, firm resolve building. We joined forces with Mia. But as we planned, Kayla called Mom's phone, tell Emily the baby's not Mark's. It's yours, wait, no. Click. What? Pregnant with whose baby? My mind raced, Kayla's lie or truth? I had to dig deeper before confronting Mom, Mia, and I huddled, piecing together Kayla's call. I drove to the hospital records office, heart thumping. Fake ID got me in. Kayla's prenatal file showed the father, my cousin, Jake. Not Mark's, Jake, whom I'd introduced them to at a party. Incestuous mess. Hurt exploded, family ties ruined. Emotional stakes, Jake was innocent, manipulated. I confronted him via video call. Emily, she lied to trap Mark. Jake cried. Payoff, he gave me texts proving Kayla's scams on multiple men. Firm justice, I sent copies to Alex. But leaving the hospital, a man grabbed me, the PI. Kayla pays better, he growled. I needed him, ran to my car. Police sirens wailed, anonymous tip? Safe, but reveal, PI's phone had voicemails from Mark, plotting to frame me for his crimes. As I drove, the radio announced my name, suspect in ID ring? Framed. Who tipped the cops? Pulled over by police, I showed Alex's papers, cleared in minutes. Payoff, officers apologized, arrested the PI on site. But the hurt from the frame-up fueled me. Back home, sorting wedding invites, I found hidden ones, Mark inviting his secret family. Reveal, he had a wife and 2 kids in another state, bigamy planned. Emotional abuse peaked, I'd almost married a monster. Mom gasped, Mia fumed. We called the wife, Lisa, no, wait, her name was Tara. Tara sobbed on the speaker, he promised divorce. Stakes, her kids will be homeless soon. I wired her my leftover savings, firm kindness and revenge. But Kayla posted online, Emily's violent, attacked me. With fake bruises. Lies spreading. My school principal called, suspended pending investigation. Job gone? I raced to school, evidence in hand. What if too late? At school, I burst into the principal's office, playing Kayla's threat videos. The principal was Mark's uncle. Family first, he sneered, deleting files. Betrayal everywhere. Hurt crushed me, but I live-streamed the whole thing on my phone, thousands watched instantly. Payoff, viral outrage, principal fired on the spot. Job saved, promoted even. Emotional high. Mia cheered. But reveal in comments, anonymous tip, Kayla's real dad was my dad's old partner, who cheated in business. Family feud roots. Stakes intertwined. I confronted Dad, he admitted, ashamed. Forgive me. We bonded. But as we hugged, sirens, cops at the door with a warrant for my arrest? Framed again. For what crime this time? Cops explained, assault on Kayla, her fake bruises proof, hospital cams showed her self-inflicted. Alex arrived, charges dropped. Payoff, Kayla was arrested for filing a false report. Sweet justice. But hurt from lies lingered. At the station, reveal, Mark bailed her out, his secret slush fund from my money. Emotional sting. I sued for defamation. Mia found more, Kayla's diary online, plotting my ruin since high school, and jealousy. Deep abuse. Firm revenge, I donated her gifts to charity live on social media. Thousands liked. But Jake called, Kayla's in labor, demanding you witness. Baby drama peaks, what secrets in the delivery room? Rushing to the hospital, I posed as family. Kayla screamed in pain, spotting me, get out. Twist, baby born, DNA test rushed, father, Mark, after all. Lie exposed live on my hidden cam. Payoff, Tara divorced him instantly, taking everything. Hurt for the innocent baby washed over me. I held her tiny hand, whispering, you'll be safe. Firm heart. But reveal, The nurse handed me Mark's will, leaving all to Kayla. I cut out. Bigamy invalid. Stakes, my inheritance fight. Kayla lunged weakly, it's mine. Guards pulled her. As I left, Mark waited in the hall, gun in pocket. Danger. Mark cornered me, sign over inheritance, or baby dies, bluff, gun was a toy, but the threat was real. I kicked it away, punched him. Security tackled him. Payoff, arrested for threats. Viral video boosted my followers to millions. Emotional release. But reveal, his family in another state, actors hired for a scam. All fake. Hurt turned to pity, then steel. I visited the baby in NICU, and status was granted. Mia and I planned adoption help. But Kayla escaped custody? No, slipped note under door, meet at cabin, or I hurt the child, midnight showdown, who's with her? At the cabin, fog thick, I crept in with pepper spray. Kayla alone, desperate. Mark left me. She cried. Reveal, she was abused by him, too, Stockholm turned her. Heart twist, not pure evil. I offered help firmly, therapy, not revenge. She nodded, tears. Payoff, confessed to all crimes on record. Arrested peacefully. Emotional investment paid, redemption spark. But as cops took her, Mark broke free from jail. Sirens wrong, imposter. Real Mark texted, I'm coming for you both. Where was he? Hiding with the baby at a safe house, Mark's trail led to the border, fled with the last money. Reveal, he stole my grandma's jewels, too. Hurt ancestral wound. Alex tracked via GPS payoff, FBI involved, assets frozen worldwide. Justice global. I bonded with the baby, naming her Hope. Mom and Dad reconciled. But cliffhanger, anonymous package, Kayla's letter from jail, Mark has a twin brother. He's the real threat. Twin? Escalation. Who to trust? Investigating, twin, Mike, identical, ran a crime ring. Reveal, Mark's whole life was a cover, twin switched often. Emotional mind blow, my years with a ghost? Firm dig, old photos proved switches. Payoff, Mike was arrested at the airport, twins were reunited in cuffs. Viral twin reveal trended. But hurt, Mike confessed love for me once, twisted triangle. As they were jailed, Mike whispered, inheritance is cursed, watch your back. Curse what? Back home, sorting estate, forgery, Mark faked grandma's deathbed wish. Reveal, real will left everything to charity, me trustee. Payoff, I donated millions wisely, built a shelter for abuse victims. Heartfelt justice. Friends rallied. But shelter opening, bomb threat call, from escaped Kayla? No, her voice, but free how? Evacuating, false alarm, Kayla's twin sister. Reveal, whole family scammers. Emotional web untangled. Payoff, all arrested, ring busted. I keynote news, betrayal taught strength. Standing ovation. But award ceremony, a mystery man approaches, Emily, I'm your real father. What? DNA test rushed, true. Dad wasn't bio, Mark's dad was. Incest dodged by fate. Reveal, bio dad, Tom, rich philanthropist, hid to protect. Hurt resolved in hugs. Payoff, inherited double fortune, funded more shelters. Firm legacy. But Tom warned, Mark's clan wants revenge, hide hope. Danger returns. On run with hope, safe house raided, empty. Reveal, inside job by an old friend. Emotional stab. Payoff, friend confessed, turned state's evidence. Captured the last scammer. But hope was kidnapped in chaos, note, trade fortune or baby dies. Ultimate stakes. Tracked via ransom GPS, kidnappers were Mark's kids, teens brainwashed. Reveal, they hated him too, staged for escape. Heart twist, saved them. Payoff, adopted hope and teens, big family. Justice with mercy. But bio dad was shot in an accident. Who? Investigation, an insider in Tom's company. My principal uncle again. Reveal, embezzled millions. Payoff, convicted, fortune recovered triple. Emotional closure. But a wedding invite from me? Fake, trap. Stormed fake wedding, ambush. Guests, allies, and arrested plotters. Reveal, Kayla is out on bail, mastermind. Payoff, life sentence. Firm end. But positive test, I'm pregnant? With whose? Paternity, Jake's, from an old fling. Good timing, pure love. Reveal. He proposed properly. Emotional joy. Payoff, double wedding with Mia. But cliffhanger, final letter from Mark in jail, one last secret, your mom's. What now? Open letter, mom's cancer hidden, Mark knew, blackmailed silence. Caught early, beat it. Reveal, full family healed. Payoff, massive party, shelters thriving, hope walking. I married Jake, served cold justice fully, not cruel, but firm. Lesson, trust breaks, but strength rebuilds. Betrayal taught me, love wisely, revenge kindly. Please like and subscribe if inspired.